Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017, and welcome to Lone Oak Farm. So, let me bring you up to speed right quick on what's going on, and then we'll get started. We'll sort of do both at the same time. So, we do not have any animals. Brand new farm, by the way. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, and we just started this farm. So, when we started, just a few minutes ago, we owned fields 35, 44, and 45. 35 and 44 are grass. 44 is arable. I bought field 34, field 43, and field 49. The fields aren't terribly expensive. This is our farm here. Decided to kind of keep everything in the area. I've done a couple of things on this side of the map, and I'll show them to you right quick. I did buy, and I had to find a place to put it. It was tricky to find a place to put it. I did buy the AdBlue pump. The AdBlue, what do you call it? That's the station. That's where you buy AdBlue DEF. And then on the farm, I put the storage tank for it. You got to remember, we're on the right side of the road now. I've been on British farms for so long. And then up here, this is the livestock market. Right up here, and I did buy the slurry mod, so we can fill slurry from here, and we're going to. So Lone Star Farm, this farm dropped a couple days ago, and you know, I've got two farms going right now. I've got North Stone going, and I've got Upton going, and I'll tell you, I'm not really seeing a lot of traffic to either one on the channel. It's a new channel. You know, I've just started doing this. I barely have any subs. Where are we going? I don't even know. We are at the store, so I believe we're going to head out of here to the left, and then we're going to make another right down that farm track through the forest, and that should take us to where we're going. Right. I'm going to leave this on just till we figure out where we're going. And of course we'll go in cab. Turn some beacons on because we got this big old call to plow. I haven't even been around this map yet, so we are going to load scenery. You know, that's like my go-to excuse when we get laggy is I say we're loading scenery, but we actually are loading scenery. Where to begin? Right, I've got two maps going. Neither one of them are seeing a lot of traffic. And Farming Simulator 19 is going to be out. I just read middle of October. It's the end of June right now in real life. So we call it 90 days. We've got 90 days, right? On the one hand, that's really not a lot of time to get into new projects, and on the other hand, that's plenty of time to do a farm. But I know Northstone is a tiny, tiny little British farm, and Upton it's a fantastic farm. It's by Lancey Boy. It's a great farm, but it's got kind of a small feel to it. And I know there haven't been that many American farms as far as, you know, mod maps. There haven't been that many, and the ones that there have been, I have to say, haven't been great. Really, the only good ones, well, there was Westbridge, which was base game map in FS15, and then Goldcrest Valley in FS17 had almost more of a Canadian feel to it. Not a bad map, I'm not complaining. It just didn't feel truly American. And then there was American Outback, which he just redid. I guess it's got some new stuff, new textures. That just dropped a few days ago. But there really haven't been that many American maps. And as an American, that's kind of frustrating for me because I love British maps. I like French maps. I like German maps. I try to like Polish maps and Russian maps. But I really like playing American maps, and there just aren't that many. So I was really pleased to see this, and it's by a guy named BulletBill. BulletBill is the map maker who made Coldborough Park, which is legendary map, one of my favorites. He also made the West Coast, another legendary map. The quality of the maps that BulletBill makes is just nothing compares to them. They are absolutely tip-top, and they're big, beautiful, detailed maps. Sounds like I'm a fanboy. I'm just telling it like it is. They're these big, beautiful maps. They're this is field 34. How do we want to? Let's take a look and see which way it runs. It runs north to south. So let's back up. We're gonna put this guy on a worker too, and we are gonna teleport. This is too big a map not to teleport. So BulletBill makes beautiful maps, and here is a beautiful BulletBill map. And I figure, you know what? I'm not getting any play on the maps that I have currently. You know, let's do it. What do we got to lose? And you know, in a few months when FS19 comes out, I've told you this, I'm probably not going to be playing a whole lot of FS17 ever again. I'd like to say that I would, but realistically, I know I'm not. And I'm probably going to delete my mod folder, not necessarily out of spite, but I've got kind of a love-hate relationship with FS17. So I'm looking forward to FS19 as sort of a fresh start. Get rid of all my mods, get rid of all my mod conflicts, all my hassles. And that means if I don't play this map now, I'm probably not going to play it. So first thing we got to do is we got to get this panel open, and we're going to turn the trace off, pause off, connected fields only on, collision check on. Okay, we're going to do back and forth. Now when we do this, it's probably going to ask us to, no, it's not asking us to hire anybody. Now it's asking us to hire somebody. So we got to go here, and let's just start at the top of the list. We're going to hire John. Come here, buddy. You work for me now. So we go back here. There's John. Select the helper. And as always, I'm going to let this run a little bit and make sure it's doing its thing. John, my man. You spinning your wheels? What do you need, brother? You need a little four-wheel drive? Yeah, that's all you needed. You just needed to lock in those hubs, son. Right. I can't believe, for how big this map is and how pretty it is, I cannot believe how fast it plays. Right, we're looking eye level, and you know my thing. Like, when you're looking down from above, of course you get higher FPS because the game has less polys to render. But when you're looking eye level, you're looking at everything. Like, even looking at all these trees, we're still at 60 FPS. BulletBill, I'm telling you, the cat is a genius. So, like I said, we've only got 90 days to play this game. This map, rather. We've only got 90 days to play this map, and then we're going to get into FS19, and that'll be it. So, let's make hay while we can. And I'm also looking forward to using big equipment. Northstone has tiny, tiny, tiny little fields and tiny little lanes. And Upton has bigger fields, but they're all irregularly shaped, and it's tricky to use gigantic equipment on irregularly shaped fields. Let's see where we are. Is it, yeah, this is too big a map to do no teleporting. So, that was our big Magnum, and this is our 1455. This is another beautiful mod. Oh, this is... So we're going to take this out. We could probably beacon it up. You know what? Beacons are just fun. I wish that wasn't the case. I would like to be more... no, that's not what I want. I want that. There you go. I want my forecast. I'd like to be more, I don't know, grown up about it. Like, you know, I would never use beacons if I didn't need to. Beacons are a very specific tool. They're a required safety item that one does not make light of. But it's like, yeah, you do. Because beacons are just fun. So we're going to run some beacons. Also, I'm so excited to be able to run dual wheels. Because there's no reason to, and there's no room to run twins on some, hey, easy, on some of those little British maps. So I'm stoked about that. So we're going to go over here and fill up one load, and then we're going to take this thing over and probably tee it up by... how do we want to do this? We've got to back it in. We're going to tee this up by field 34. And essentially this thing is just going to follow along behind. Even though the cultiplow is cultivating, we need to get this in there as well. Come on, a little bit more. There it goes. We need to get this slurry in as well. So essentially we're going to cultivate twice, but the cultiplow, I'm more focused on the subsoiling that the cultiplow is doing rather than the cultivating. So let's just say that the Magnum right now is plowing, and this gangster is going to inject slurry and cultivate, and then we will be ready to do a little drilling. And man, I'm so excited to have like a big American corn crop. Corn is corn for silage, but then corn for corn as well. God, this map is so fast and so smooth. Buttery. We don't have a whole lot of equipment yet, but very smooth. I love it. So you see what I'm getting at. We're going to get these fields prepped, and then we're going to start drilling our spring crops, and I want to do a bunch of animals too. So normally I cheat in $2 million, and we're still set to pounds. I'm just going to leave that up there. Money's money. We're going to be switching back and forth between US maps and British maps. I don't feel like switching pounds to dollars back and forth every time. We'll just know money's money. So I do want to have animals too. I want to have a big dairy operation. So we got to get that going as well. And we're going to have enough horsepower. Moment, please. I need to hit my dump button and cough. Be right back. Pardon me. We're going to have enough horsepower on this farm that we are going to be able to use the straw harvest add-on. The straw harvest add-on, if you're running more realistic. If you're running more realistic, and I am, the horsepower requirements for the straw harvest add-on are just ridiculous. So, yeah. See what I'm getting at? We've never had enough horsepower to run those implements, and we will now. So super excited about that. We've got the crawler tracks on the back of the Magnum. We're probably going to get a big old quad track. You know, why not? It's a big American farm. Let's do it. Let's just do it. So I believe the cultiplow is 8 meters, I want to say. And this thing is 6. Now, it may or may not, because that field is showing to the AI as cultivated, it may or may not let this worker follow on it. It may say, you know, this field is already cultivated. We don't need your help. But because he's injecting slurry, it may allow an AI worker to help out. Don't know yet. And then the next thing I'll do is hop in our tractor trailer. Fill that with slurry and bring it over here, and we'll have that teed up to service this Coeco. You know, I understand that this is a very European game, and I understand that most of the market for it is... You're driving too slow. Speed up. Son, I'm not driving at all. Let's see. I want to unlock fill arm. What's this? No, that's not what I want to do. I want to change axle direction. Jeezy Pete's. Change axle direction to withdrawing. Okay, so we're going to extend our axles, and we're going to change our tire pressure All right. Now, are they saying that they want me to be moving for the wheel animation to do anything? You see what I'm getting at. There's a way to extend the wheels, but it ain't happening. And I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. Right. Oh, there they go. All right. Perfect. So then we're going to unfold this thing. And we're going to see if it will let us put this on a worker. It would be fantastic if it did. Set the brake. Same thing. Ah. Let's hire another worker. Thomas. Coming to work for us. And I'm actually going to step out of that. We got to go back in here. Turn our trace off. Connected fields on. We're going to do right like so. Brake off. Let's see if Thomas can get it together. Thomas. There you go, sir. And it looks like we got to go over here. Turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. And it is now, if you look up in the top window, it is now using slurry. Thomas, buddy. You disappoint me, Thomas. Right. Let's, you know what? Let's try this. We're going to need to restart it manually, but it's worth it. Let's turn off AI and just have it make normal rows. Right? Just normal, old school, unassisted, straight back and forth 90-degree rows. Tell you what, let's lock in the hubs too. A little boost right there. Alright, you ready? Thomas? Thomas has completed their task, but they haven't. Thomas? Don't make me fire you the day I hire you. Are we tracking? Are we turning? Look like they're going straight. Oh, game. You just break my heart on a daily basis. Let's try this. No AI. And it's not going to do it because it's already cultivated. Yeah. So we want this, and for some reason it's not. It's seeing obstruction. We'll get her going. And I'm curious if just getting down to the end of this row will help out. You know what I mean? Getting... Oh, game. Oh, game. This is why I'm looking forward to FS19. I do love FS17, but it works your nerves. It tries your patience. It's Frustration Simulator 2017. To be fair, I mean, look at the number of mods we got going. Is it going to be quicker to just do it ourselves? Fortunately, the Magnum is doing good work over there. So we got at least one worker that's workering. I'm going to get this thing close, and then I'm going to have it try to finish the row and turn around on its own. And if it can do that, maybe it will, once it's off the edge of the field, maybe it'll do a little better. Thomas. Do it, buddy. Do it. Thomas. Oh, Jesus. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Did I not say connected fields only? Connected field only, on. That is not a connected field. Oh, game. Right, I'm going to give this one more try, and then I'm going to run over and get the tractor trailer. And bring it over here and refill, and I'll do some stuff off camera. Thomas, you can do this, brother. You can do this. Oh God, that overlap. Right. This is getting frustrating and making me want to punch things. So, let us go. Hop in our lorry. Hop in our tractor trailer. And this thing, and we are running the hose system. And that Coeco. The slurry injector that we're using is hose system as well. So when we get out there, we'll be able to hook up the hoses and do our thing. Right. We're going to have to back this in as well. I think we can make the turn. And get her backed in there. And then the last thing I'll do today, I don't know how long we're going to go. Probably a little long. It's the first episode. We'll go a little bit long. And then the last thing I'll do today is we got to buy one more tractor. And pick out a sewing machine. I think probably we're going to go with a lot of the stuff from the Horst DLC. And again, it doesn't really belong on an American map, but that's what I was saying earlier, that it's such a European game. It's so Eurocentric that there's really not a lot of American style equipment represented. I mean, this truck is pretty generic. It's meant to represent an American tractor trailer. It's conventional, which is, European trucks are cab over, or COE, cab over engine. American trucks are conventional. They have a snout. Other than that, it doesn't really look like anything. It doesn't look like a specific brand. As far as being a 4x2, there's not a lot of 4x2 trucks in America, tractor trailers. Whatever, it works. But there's not a lot of U.S. specific or North American specific equipment. But whatever, we just go with it. We enjoy it. So what I will need to do is Courseplay will be able to handle injecting slurry, but I like to wait until the entire field is empty. So I'll wait till the Magnum is done and has moved on to the next field, and then I'll just put that worker on Courseplay, and that'll sort out the problems that we're having. It does get a little screwy, I guess, when you're using a cultivator on a field that's been cultivated. So we'll split the difference on that. I was mad about it. I was mad about it, but I got over it. I wasn't really mad about it. It's just one of those things like, will you do your job, Thomas? Will you just slurry the damn field? No, you won't. Okay, fine. So it's that kind of mad. It's not genuinely mad. Not that fragile. Almost that fragile. Oh, more realistic. Thing is just rocking all over the place. Rocking, rocking. We will, we got to figure out what, boof. Could be because we have 40 tons of slurry back there. So we will go to the store, we will buy a tractor, and, well, let's do it in reverse order. We will go to the store and we will find a seed drill. Let's do it in really reverse order. Let's look on the seasons menu and see what can be planted, and let's figure out what we want to plant, and that will determine what sewing machine we get. Come on, big truck. That will determine what sewing machine we get, and the horsepower requirement of the sewing machine that we get will determine what tractor we get. Is that a fair deal? And I think, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to have a ton of tractors on this map. I want to have as many as we need. And the next one we get will be 3, plus we have this farm truck. So you see what I'm getting at. So we'll get this thing parked up here. This is a very immersive map. BulletBill, once again, you've killed it. That frame drop was the Magnum turning around. That was an AI frame drop. I can spot those. I know what that looks like. That wasn't a lag spike. That wasn't bottlenecking. That's just the AI making its turn. Right. So, and I'm also going to, I'll take the time compression up. I've got the time compression pretty low right now. Well, it's on 1. It can't go any lower. But that's just as we're sort of getting everything sorted out, figuring out what goes where. This has a tap on both sides, but I think I'm going to pull up right here. We will get the time going, and I'm sort of learning as I make these videos how much I need to do off camera to keep things moving, because you don't need to see like every single thing. Like right now we're culti plowing a field, right? Okay, 1 is enough. You don't need to see any more than that. We said we were going to go to our seasons menu. Let us go to seasons and see what can be planted. Wheat, barley, canola, potatoes, and sugar beet. You want to do potatoes on this map? Let's do potatoes on this map, because there are some fun pieces of equipment that I've never... Yeah, there's that one. I'll have to activate it, but there's that one. That's beets. There's that one. You want to do sugar beets? Probably makes a little bit more sense in Oregon. No, there's plenty of potatoes in Oregon. We could do both. We'll think about it. Let's do, okay, we got a minute to decide. But let's use the Ropa for potato harvesting, and let's use this. Where'd it go? This one right here. And we'll use this one. We'll use that one for sugar beets. Okay, but we're not quite there yet. We can plant sugar beets right now. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that, because we sort of do things the same way on every map, and we always start with a cereal crop. Let's go a little different this time. We need a big... there's one right there. 9 meters. That's pretty big. And then this would be for cereal. But neither one of those are from the mod pack. Where is the... There we go. Here we go. So let's do these two. We'll start with this one right now. 220 horsepower. So let's go buy a tractor that's got more than 220 horsepower. Do a Puma. don't have a whole lot of case tractors. You know, there is this one, and I think we can get this up over. We can get it to 270. So front loader 270, main color. Let's leave it white. Wheel setup. We may switch the wheel color here because there's one that has white lettering, and it just looks terrible. I don't know. What do you think of that? Is that a little bit, you know? Let's swap these wheels out because that is, oh, that's awful. Let me see. I mean, it's got a little bit of like, I don't know, it's kind of charming, whatever. I know it's got a European license plate and it's an American tractor. I know. No, that's not what we want. Where's our repairs? Is it here? It would make sense if it was here. Oh, it's not there. Is it back here? Indeed it is. Set the brake. Customize. Standard. Well, now they're skinny, but they still have white letters. Narrow, wide. What's this one? Oh, those are huge. And they're kind of cutting into the fender. That doesn't work for me. That's breaking the immersion. Let's just go with wide tires. There we go. And those are pretty tight. I see some clearance in there. Let us also, while we're here, and before I forget, let's pay our loan down to 0. Right. So, back around to the front. It's going to wait for this thing as well. How much money do we have? God, you know, I don't want to cheat in like $10 bazillion, you know, and then call it good. That's not fun for me. But at the same time, there are so many cool things to buy in this game. What do we want to put on the front here? We need a weight. Suitcase weight, that's not going to work. Sapphire weight, that's not going to work. Let's do this one. Back it up. And what I'm wondering about is seed tender. I'm pretty sure we can justify. And then is it X to add plates? Can't remember. Add disk. Z. There we go. Add some plates. Because I'm wondering, there's a seed tender that comes with a horse pack, but it would require another truck. Tell you what. Let's go here. Can we justify 2 trucks on this farm? I think we can. And that is going to be under fertilizer spreaders? Yes, it is. And it is... That's the spreader. Is it under tippers? No, it's under something weird. Sprayers? No. Let's do this. Let's go by brand. So is that a liquid sprayer? Man, everything's in German. No, that's something else. What am I looking for? Looking for this, the seed tender. 22 grand. Oh, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's have some fun. There's not enough fun the way I play this game. There can be realism. There definitely can be realism. But there's no reason there can't be some fun too. Let's do this as well. Let's do this. No, we don't need that. Do we need that? No, we don't need that. Main color, red. Wheel setup, wide tires, dark rims. You know how I like it. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this thing on here for now. Yep. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to do this. I'm going to hop in here. Are you digging this? I'm serious when I ask that. I don't know if this is like, I mean, I know I'm having a blast, but I don't know if this is something you're into. I don't know if you're digging this. I'm going to take this out and put it on the slurry tender, and I'm going to bring the 4x2 back and use it for the seed tender. You see what I'm getting at? Makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Because we had, what, 47 tons of slurry in there? And that's really more appropriate to a 3-axle. And it'll just take a minute to get down there. And I think we'll call it an episode at that point, because the Magnum ought to be just about done in that field. And what I'm going to do is take that over to the next field to get it started. Get the slurry injector sorted out. I'll have to refill it, and then I'll get that sorted out. And then as there's that more realism. As I get the slurry injector sorted out, then following along behind it can be the sugar beet planter. This map, I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if you can pick up on it. The level of detail and how much this looks like America is really, like, even just that telephone pole with that angled wire, that angled guy line, I guess, going down to the soil. That is such an American thing. This little house back here, very, very well put together, very detailed. Why are you seeing the truck upshifting as we're going up the hill? Yeah, you got to. It's continuing to upshift. You got to downshift, son. Oh. This is when, yeah. So we're in first gear. Are we spinning? What's going on here? We're spinning. Okay, so we need 4-wheel drive to drive a tractor trailer up a mild grade. Yeah. Oh, come on. FS19, you can't get here soon enough. Save me from this frustration. Right. So we're going to park this up here. I don't need to bother hooking it up. We're going to park this up here, jump in the 2-axle. Take it back. Pick up the seed tender. I'm not going to fill it. Just going to call it good. So, yeah, extremely immersive and authentic map, and I am blown away by how fast and how smooth it plays. The whole map is only 500 meg, and it's crazy because you'll see other maps, or I'll see other maps like in various places, and they are like 1.3 gig, and you get them all fired up, and they're not nearly as detailed, and obviously they don't run nearly as fast. So that to me is what makes BulletBill and the crew from Frontier Design so good at what they do. Is they don't just like make stuff, they make it work too. Right. So This dropped off. It's also got multi-angle, which is, I don't know if you know multi-angle, but multi-angle is when you're on a stripped down map or on a map that they're trying to make very fast. You'll get like these potato textures in the field to our right. They'll only run 90 degrees, like 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. Or they'll add in the other four, so 90, 45, 0, 45, 90, 135, etc. On a multi-angle map, whatever angle the plow is at, or the cultivator, or the drill, or whatever angle it's at, that's the angle of the texture it leaves, and you get these wonderful like swirl patterns and almost like crop circles. And it's one of those things that you don't necessarily notice it until you see it, and then once you see it, it's like you really want that to be in every map, because it definitely, well, it's one of those immersion things. You know, it contributes to the immersion, and it makes a map look and feel like you're really, I don't want to say really in that world, but yeah, sort of really in that world. So those little spikes are the magnum turning. Those aren't the bad lag spikes that I've been having. I can handle little ones. Just don't give me any big ones. So yeah, it's just, man. I hope this turns into something and we get to do more of these. I mean, I can just do it either way. It's not, I don't want to sound like I'm, completely dependent on what people think about it. But I hope it gets a nice response, because I've had a little bit of response. It's a new channel. It's a young channel. I would like to see it grow a little bit more. So, if I do this now, it's going to, where is the, let's go on the other side. How close do I have to get? Is it there we go. Press down. Boom. And now, and this is another little detail I found. Check this out. Go to the garage and sell this thing, and it's not lingering all around and getting in the way. Although, I think that's going to have to be it, because selling that caused a problem. And we just lost our frame rate. So it goes. Get that turned off. We'll get that turned off. Folks. Nope, it's back now. Is it? It's back now, but we're still going to call it an episode. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 2017. And for our first episode of Lone Oak Farm by BulletBill and Frontier Designs. Let me know what you think. I would love to do more episodes of this. I mean, I'm going to do it either way, but let me know what you think just the same. We'll see you next time. Take care now.